as Jamaica wins another gold medal here in Grenada, and I think he is amazed by the time. We are waiting for it. I think it's...
Hello everyone, welcome back to Edwin's Commentary. If you are coming across this channel for the first time, please remember to subscribe, like and also comment. Watching these Jamaica athletes compete fills me with excitement every single time. There is something special about the way they step onto the track. You can see the confidence in their faces, the determination in their eyes, and the belief that they are ready to give everything they have. They do not run only for themselves. They run for their families, their coaches, and for the people of Jamaicans. Nikoi Bramwell gave us one of those unforgettable moments in athletics. Even though he was dealing with an injury, he never allowed fear to stop him. He stayed focused, trusted his training, and produced an incredible race. Breaking a record that had stood for more than 20 years is not something that happened every day. It is a moment that will be remembered for a long time. Anthony Cox also showed the heart of true champions. After facing disappointment and missing an important championship, many athletes would have struggled to come back. But Anthony Cox proved that champions never give up. He returned stronger, smarter, and more determined. His victory was not just about winning race. It was about showing the world that hard work and patience always pay off. This is what makes Jamaica athletes so special. They never stop believing. They never stop working. Every race is another opportunity to inspire the next generation. Every victory reminds the world that Jamaicans continue to produce amazing athletes years after year. Kindly, I want you to watch this video until the end, then I will come back with more commentaries. Thank you.
The championship record it is. Usain Bolt 47.33 has been removed by Nicole Bramwell, and it's all happening here at the Kirani James Stadium. As I said earlier today, Christopher Taylor, another Jamaican, did go faster than 47.33, but that was when the category was under 18. There's the lineup: Cheslin Gordon of Trinidad and Tobago, Paul Henry, Jamaica, Caden Prasad of Guyana, Egan Neely of the Bahamas, Cameron Mathlin of Grenada, Nicole Bramwell, the defending champion from Jamaica, Shavonna Nixon of the Bahamas, and Aiden Moore of Barbados.
Fastest in qualifying was Mathlin from Grenada. The defending champion coming through with just the 5th fastest time, but coming through very, very comfortably in his heat. You see Mathlin there. The hopes of the nation on his shoulders.
On your mark.
There's the defending champion, Nicole Bramwell, goes in lane number 6. Has the kinesia tape on the right hamstring. That's been the bother for him in recent weeks. Final of the under-17 boys 400 meters. They await the command for a second time to hit their marks.
On your marks.
Gordon, Trinidad and Tobago, Henry, Jamaica, Persaud, Guyana, Neely, Bahamas, Mathlin, Grenada, Bramwell, defending champion, Jamaica, Nixon, Bahamas, and Moore, Barbados.
Despite the hamstring issues, Bramwell still ran 47.39, the second in the under-16 boys division at the Jamaican High School Championships. Away they go. Goes out a little bit quicker here, Nicole Bramwell, than he did in qualifying. Already surges by Nixon of the Bahamas on his outside, and the Jamaican goes flying down the backstretch. Nicole Bramwell in full flight here in the under-17 boys 400 final. His countryman Paul Henry is also running well and moving through in lane number 2. Under 200 meters to go. It's Bramwell with the advantage. If he can maintain this, this will be a race for the silver medal. The defending champion transitions down the home stretch. Paul Henry, his countryman holding second. The Grenadian is coming forward. That's Mathlin. Bramwell defends his title and Mathlin gets silver.
Wow.
Dakar Bramwell had the field beat from the first 200 meters. Held on strongly down the home stretch. A terrific finish coming from Cameron Mathlin of Grenada to snatch the silver medal. It's joy for the home country as Jamaica wins another gold medal here in Grenada, and I think he is amazed by the time. We are waiting for it. I think it's a championship record. It is. Usain Bolt's 47.33 has been removed by Nicole Bramwell, and it's all happening here at the Kirani James Stadium.
Amazing performance from that young man. We know he can go sub 47. Given what he's had to go through over the past couple of weeks in terms of trials, in terms of champs, we didn't know what he would be able to produce here. He's been struggling with injury, but he was able to produce the goods in front of the crowd here at the Kirani James Stadium, in a stadium named for a great champion, world and Olympic champion from Grenada. He was able to step up and take the gold medal. Egan Neely holds on for the bronze.
Well, let's have a look at the athletes from the first heat. Matt Hudson-Smith, by the way, the European champion and bronze medalist at the World Championships, goes in heat 4 for England. There's the lineup: Geldenhuys of Namibia, Timbachi of Vanuatu, Anthony Cox of Jamaica, Solomon of Australia, Steve Solomon, watch him, Kumaraj of Sri Lanka, Desroy Jordan of St Vincent and the Grenadines, and Shay Lara of Trinidad and Tobago on the outside. So with only 3 non-automatic qualifier spots, that's make the first 3 or you're not going to make it through to the semis is really the message. There is Che Lara, 46.92 man this year. He'll be running blind. His personal best was last year, 46.4. In lane 7 for St Vincent and the Grenadines, he's actually the national 800 metres champion this year. Desroy Jordan, the 21-year-old, best of 47.76 this year. In 6, Kalinga Kumaraj of Sri Lanka, 3 times their champion and the reigning champion, set his personal best actually, but back on the 23rd of April. He hasn't raced since the middle of June. In 5, the very experienced Australian Steve Solomon, 8th in the Olympic Games in London 2012. Remember that, 10 years ago now. A semi-finalist in Tokyo last year, and he holds the Australian record for 400 indoors at 45.4. Good athlete. There's Anthony Cox of Jamaica. Had COVID in Eugene, but was able to compete in the heats of the 4x400 for his nation. Came 3rd in the Jamaican Championships earlier on this summer. There's Obedia Timbaki of Vanuatu. Went out in his heat for the World Championships, the 19-year-old, best of 52.85 this year, and that is his lifetime best. And then in 2 is Ivan Danny Geldenhuys of Namibia, 21 in a few days' time, the South African semi-finalist in the African Championships in Mauritius back in early June, but he hasn't raced either since early June, the 20-year-old Geldenhuys. 46.4 his best this year. Remember, the first 3 go through by right, so he'll be right on the cusp of it, will Ivan Danny Geldenhuys.
On your marks.
Reigning champion is Makwala. He's up Makwala of Botswana. Indeed, his teammate Babaloki Thebe took out the silver on the Gold Coast back in 2018. So the first heat of 7 then in the men's 400 metres. Geldenhuys in 2, Timbaki of Vanuatu in 3, Cox of Jamaica 4, Solomon of Australia in 5, the Sri Lankan Kumaraj in 6, Jordan of St Vincent and the Grenadines in 7, and Lara, Trinidad and Tobago in lane 8.
Set.
Well, qualifying from this should be a formality for an athlete of the calibre of Steve Solomon of Australia, but he'll want a solid run. He's in 5. They're right in the centre in the yellow with the greenish shorts, fourth from left at the moment, moving well down the back straight. And actually quickest away is Kumaraj of Sri Lanka, really quick through the first 200 in that blue strip. He's a 45.8 performer this year, but he leads at the moment by quite some margin. Solomon going okay right in the centre. Inside him, the Jamaican best of Anthony Cox is moving well around the second bend as they come into the straight. Kumaraj has given 101% through the first 300. Now he's chased down by the big figure of Cox, the Jamaican, who looks very strong for the last 50. Solomon follows him through, and he's under real pressure here for third place, and I think he just loses out there to Gelden Huys of Namibia, who gets third spot. It is the first 3, remember, who go through by rights, and I think despite giving everything for the first 380, it was nearly enough. Kumaraj of Sri Lanka might just have got run out of it. It was very tight at the line. No doubting the strong finish and fine form of Anthony Cox. Maybe a little bit frustrated after not being able to give his all in Eugene a couple of weeks back because of COVID, but he wins in 45.51. That is only a couple of clicks outside his lifetime best from earlier on this season. And Steve Solomon, 45.98, a solid second for Australia. And it was Ivan Danny Gelden Huys of Namibia who took third place, 46.51. Kumaraj will have to wait and see, but 46.53, I'm not sure it'll be quick enough. Desroy Jordan of St Vincent and the Grenadines, a personal best for him, significant leap forward, 47.29.
I was absolutely willing the Sri Lankan third from the left here as we look at it to get himself home in the top 3. It was a really bold piece of running because he knew the likes of Cox of Jamaica and Solomon, who seems to have been around for a lifetime, made the Olympic final, must have been a teenager then back in 2012. The Sri Lanka knew that they would be coming and closing, and that he'd start wading through treacle towards the back end of the race. Gelden Huys did really well to come through in lane 2. Good running by Cox, just off the podium in the World Youth a few years ago. So unlucky to get COVID in Eugene and not be able to perform at his best. It's a good run by Solomon there, and Gelden Huys out dipping Kumaraj. So the Sri Lankan will have to wait to see whether he can claim one of the 3 non-automatic spots. But remember, that's 3 non-automatic spots from 7 heats. Good running by Cox, third in the Jamaican national champs. Just to make it as any level of international in a Jamaican sprint event shows you the calibre of the man we've just been watching, just off the podium in the World Youth, and he'll be absolutely determined to remind everybody what he could have produced in Eugene had COVID not brought his aspirations at the Worlds to a premature end.
Well, there it is. You can see the fine form of Anthony Cox. Bottom of picture. Working hard with the arms there. And that is very nearly a lifetime best. And I think there's considerably more to come from the 21-year-old. Solomon of Australia in the dark glasses. Moving well, and you can see the effort from even Danny Gelden Huys. Here he is with about 40 to go. He's way back in 4th, but he keeps battling away. Kumaraj by far the smallest of the 4 in shot, just tying up the stride length going, the knees not coming up over the final meters, and he just gets out dipped by the Namibian, giving himself an early 21st birthday present in effect. There it is. Anthony Cox wins for Jamaica, 45.51, a lovely big capital Q beside his name. Steve Solomon likewise for Australia in 2nd place, and Gelden Huys of Namibia taking that precious 3rd spot by 2 100ths of a second of Kalinga Hua Kumaraj.
Hello guys, I hope you have just watched that full video. I hope you have just seen how the crowd could not hide their excitement as the athletes crossed the finish line. Fans jumped from their seats with a huge smile on their face. The cheers became louder and louder as everyone realized they had just witnessed something special. People were clapping, celebrating, waving Jamaican's flag and proudly supporting their champions. Across social media, thousands of fans shared messages of congratulations congratulations. Many people said they were proud to be Jamaicans. Others praised the athletes for their courage, discipline, and outstanding performance. The excitement spread far beyond the stadium because this victory brought joy to Jamaica living all around the world. Young children watching this race also found new heroes. Many of them now dream of wearing the Jamaica colors one day. They want to train hard, compete with confidence, and follow the path of athletes like Nicky Coy, Bramwell, and Anthony Cox. That is how champions inspire future champions. One thing I truly admire about Jamaica athletes is their fighting spirit. They never allow pressure to control them. They stay calm, trust their preparation, and give everything until the very last step. That winning mentality has made Jamaica one of the greatest nations in track and field history. That future of Jamaica athletes looks better, looks brighter than ever. Every year, new athletes continue to rise. Every competition introduces another talent runner who is ready to make history. That is why people around the world always pay attention whenever Jamaicans enter the track. As I watched these races, I honestly could not stop smiling. Seeing these athletes performing with so much passion filled me with pride and excitement. Moments like these remind us why so many people love athletics. I am very happy for Nicky Coy, Bramwell, Anthony Cox, and every member of Team Jamaica. They worked hard for this victory and they truly deserve all the praise they are receiving. Their success is an inspiration of millions of people, especially young athletes who dream of becoming champions one day. I am also excited about the future of Jamaica. If these performances are a sign of what is coming, then the world should be ready because Jamaica is not slowing down. More records will be broken, more medals will be won, more unforgettable moments are still ahead. Congratulations to these incredible Jamaican athletes for making your country proud once again. You have shown the world that determination, courage, discipline, and hard work can achieve amazing things. Thank you, Jamaica, for continuing to give the world such incredible talent. I am proud, I am excited, and I cannot wait to watch the next generation of Jamaican champions continue this amazing legacy. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe for more inspiring stories about Jamaica and its incredible athletes. Until the next time, take care, stay blessed, and I will see you in the next video.